C. Murray back again, and this is The Last of Us Left Behind DLC Survivor Difficulty video walkthrough. We are now in chapter 4. I don't remember the names of the chapters off the top of my head, but this right here, we're going to start off with getting some conversations. We'll actually, if I'm not mistaken, we will. We'll achieve the trophy for getting all the conversations here. So right now we're just pretty much enjoying the game. Whenever we're with Riley, it's a lot more definitely story building. I mean, it's the past. We're getting a lot of filler. In my opinion, the best part of The Last of Us. The gameplay is great and it is fun, but this is where it shines. With such a beautiful soundtrack. I actually wound up purchasing the soundtrack on iTunes and have it on my iPod.
I got something else.
It's a great listen. I highly recommend it.
What did the triangle say to the circle?
Ooh, the classic joke book. Now we know where the pun joke books came from the original campaign. But it's gonna work out here soon, just like it did with the magic, like the 8-ball skull, the fortune-telling skull, where you just have to kind of be patient and go through it all. We're gonna do that here with the joke book, and we're just gonna keep listening to jokes and telling jokes until you can't anymore. And then after that, there'll only be one more thing we have to do before we get the conversation trophy.
Alright, you ready?
Alright.
I heard 2 peanuts walked into a park. One was assaulted.
I wonder if, like, where they got these jokes, if they were literally, like, in the process of making this game, if someone just had all these puns up their arsenal, like someone works at Naughty Dog with all these puns and they're like, oh, we're putting this in, or if they scoured the internet looking for these puns. And actually in the, I believe it was the Grounded DVD. If not the Grounded documentary about The Last of Us, it was definitely the interview I heard on the PlayStation Blogcast that I was mentioning, I think, back on the first part 1 of this walkthrough. But they were talking about how they use a lot of improv and other issues with that word. You'd think I'm illiterate almost. Improvisation. Improv, yeah. Improvisation. I'm probably still saying it wrong. I really don't understand. It reminds me back of the days when I was a kid. I'll never forget it. When I was a kid, first hearing the word aluminum, and I had no idea how to pronounce it correctly. So I'd walk around. Now, when I say kid, I'm talking probably 6 years old, and I still couldn't pronounce aluminum correctly. Speaking full sentences at the age of 1, but aluminum, it was just a mountain I wasn't ready to climb. Or at least I wasn't able to at the time. But I remember I would always be like, aluminum. Same with cinnamon. I think cinnamon for me was kind of like a synonym. So cinnamon and aluminum were 2 mountains I couldn't climb, and I always use the word improv in its short tense, so I always say improv, not improvisation. So I guess that's another mountain I have to work on, except I'm much older and I should definitely be able to speak the word improvisation. It still sounds wrong to me. I feel like I have to look it up, and which I'm going to. But back to this part right here with Naughty Dog. They're saying with improv, all the reactions to these jokes, like Ellie says the joke, and the reactions that, like, oh, okay, those are all natural reactions, where the jokes weren't spoken or rehearsed, and then when it came time to record it, they said the jokes to them, and the actors just reacted to the jokes naturally. And they said that's why the game has such a sense of realism, because they do that a lot throughout the development of the game. They did that a lot to maintain the realism. So instead of anything being like false reactions or false recreations, they kind of tried to get as much realism as they can while still sticking to a scripting guideline. I really highly recommend. If you like this game, definitely go. It's free, folks. You could not only free to watch, but you could get it. Like if you have Amazon Instant Video, you could buy it for $0. Put it into your digital library and save it for later. It's worth the watch. I highly recommend it, especially if you like this game. It's just a great insight. If you like video games in general, it's a great insight to an inside of that realm. Improv. I knew there wasn't an N. Improvisation. I knew it. See, I'm not completely dumb. Okay, here. We're going to go here on the share snap. This is where, as soon as we enter here, we're going to get the trophy.
Follow the instructions, I think.
Improvisations. Redirects here.
No, you know what? You do it.
I knew it.
And off we go.
I mean, I didn't 100% know it, considering I couldn't pronounce it correctly. But
Let's try friends.
I knew that there was no
I'm
N.
the frog.
So I'm not 100% illiterate.
You're the rabbit.
I'm just untrained.
Gotta go with the frog.
All this damn... It's all this damn autocorrect on my phone. That's what it is. So here we're just messing around a little bit, changing poses, taking pictures, being a kid in a sense.
Dinosaur. Oh, let's make an ugly face. Okay. Squishy face, squishy face.
So spring break begins for me right now, which is great because it's allowing me to catch up on videos.
Oh, it's all done.
And I'll be flying out
Hey, there
out
we are.
west to Vegas, and I'm gonna spend a week out west
I think we can do
with my
it
girlfriend,
again.
and hopefully get a lot of videos done. That's my goal for spring break,
What are you doing?
is to write and get a lot of videos done.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I think I was trying to rush through this and I accidentally redid this. You don't have to do it twice. I have no idea why I did.
Okay,
So I apologize. Just bear with us and we'll be progressing through the story soon enough. But it is The Last of Us, so holding on to every second and extending it, making it longer, is fine by me. Unless you're on a rigid schedule. So,
Okay, let's.
back to me writing and spring break and such, which I do feel like it comes so early for me this year. I mean, I don't know anyone else's spring break that starts March 1st. It just boggles me. March 1st is spring break.
Facebook. Maybe it
I always thought it was closer to the end of March,
type some stuff.
maybe even beginning of April, but I guess I'm completely mistaken. And this isn't my first year in college either. I can't remember for the life of me. I feel like I have terrible memory. If I
What does that mean?
need to remember something, I don't.
Give us some pictures.
But if I
Oh my god.
I don't know, my memory's just complete shit. But it's great at the same time. Like, I can pull things back all the way to my youth, like that aluminum story. No issue. I could remember that I was walking down the street
Fuck you.
with the lyrics of TNT of AC/DC in my head. So I remember humming that, like, TNT is... I probably shouldn't sing it, copyright reasons. YouTube's already strict enough. I can't even monetize my videos correctly.
I think we did.
But humming AC/DC down the street, and at the end of the block, growing up in Philadelphia, at the end of the block there was this grass hill that all the neighborhood kids, we'd all play King of the Hill. I remember just like hanging out there. I think we were playing King of the Hill, or I was meeting my friend there at the corner. Because they also used to play stickball in the street right around the corner. And I remember having to say the word aluminum, and I just failed. I couldn't do it correctly. I think someone was using a bat,
Oh, right.
an aluminum bat,
Here's how I
with
do it.
instead of stickball. And I think that's where questions arose. Okay, back to the walkthrough. I digress. So here we are,
Oh, okay, let me try.
some more conversating. We're gonna just keep progressing up the escalators here.
Carry their ID card at all times. Report all signs of infection to your nearest area administrator. Remember, inaction costs lives.
Little rebellions.
Yeah, that would definitely be better.
Alright, so us up the escalator here. Slowly but surely. No. Okay, so here are some hidden achievements. I was gonna say no clickers to worry about on here, but there's 2 hidden achievements. The first one, you go in this back left corner and get on this game machine. And that's it. It's an auto achievement. But if you listen, nothing. I got no sound. And her lips are moving. I get no dialogue, no subtitles, nothing. So I got a glitch. I have no idea what's said here, what's done here. I haven't watched any other videos or playthroughs of this game. I kind of just focused on my own. So I have no idea, but in my assumption, she was just pretending to play a racing game. And that was her victory. Her victory dance. Cue the FF7 fanfare music. Dun, 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 dun. Nobody's perfect trophy is earned. Now for the second trophy, we actually have to do more than just use it.
No, don't tell me it's busted.
We're going to
It's busted.
play a imaginative version of
Play it.
from what I feel seems very similar to Mortal Kombat.
Come here.
You be the judge, but I say it's a Mortal Kombat reference. You have to get perfect. You have to. It's going to be a series of buttons where you have to hit.
First,
Where they're going to be like,
character.
press triangle, triangle, circle, and then you got to do that, and you have to hit every combination perfectly, which I failed to do. I mess up once, and it doesn't give me the trophy. I had to go back and replay the
Am I supposed to
chapter
picture all this?
Guys,
to get the trophy, which I did. I got it the second try, so it's not hard. And even if you fail, you could either restart or
Your opponent.
just wait and go back to the chapter. I mean, there's no enemy encounters. You can skip all that photo op shit, and
Out for your
I'm not sure if you could skip the carousel, but
You ready?
you could skip the what I'm saying is you could restart the level and get to this point very swiftly, so.
Black Fang rushes towards you. He throws a double punch in your direction. Jump up. There. He overshot.
See, it seems simple, but it does get a little more technical towards the end, where they start making you do combos. But if you mess up one, you miss one button, you lose health, and you can't lose any health. It has to be a flawless victory against Black Fang here.
Just as he executes his combo, you skid backwards but take no damage. Final block knocks him off.
Interesting concept, though. I mean, you're creating a video game about survival and character development so crucial, and I don't think this has ever been done before, and I never thought about it. It's like, let's put a game within a game, but it's not really a game, but we'll make it a mini game, pretending it to be a game, because they just don't have the technology available for them at the time, because, I mean, electricity is pretty much shot, and it looks like all these, see right there, I stumbled. I hit up triangle circle instead of up triangle and circle at the same time, so it made me lose a point. See, you said finish him, very Mortal Kombat-esque,
Flies right out of his chest.
and the way they say fight in that voice.
Roundhouses his head clean off. A geyser of blood covers the entire playing field.
Oh, nice.
What's that?
Is an ultra kill.
If only it said toasty.
Angel Knives throws her fist in the
Toasty!
air. You win.
Fuck yeah, I win.
I was actually listening to,
First game.
ironically, I think it was the same PlayStation Blogcast episode that they were interviewing the last, or Naughty Dog,
Yeah, I kinda did.
but they brought up like a Resident Evil soundboard, or Resident Evil, Jesus, Mortal Kombat soundboard,
Riley!
and we're listening to like the soundboards from Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2, and they were claiming that the one Raiden sound was it says your mother's from LA. It'd be like your mother's from LA, and I haven't gone to re-verify it because it's hard to hear through the podcast because they were just playing it off their phone through the mic. I should go back to the podcast and listen to it. But those are such classic sounds. Liu Kang's like bicycle kick. Okay, so there's nothing in this room for us, as far as I'm aware. I just always search, because I was trying to collect all the collectibles without a guide, so I took the time to search, but not too much time to linger, because I know how Survivor mode works. They don't like to give you anything. Here we're at the water gun fight,
You ever seen anything like this?
which is another mini game in itself. This is kind of like
I don't know. Are we?
a chapter of side quests and definitely plot and character progression. But so okay, this round you can lose, but the goal is to,
You're gonna pay for that.
if I'm not mistaken, no, you can lose this round no matter what. It's preferable if you win, but you can lose. I believe you have to get I'm not sure, but I'm 100% positive you can lose the first round. You just can't lose the second round. So I just kind of went all in and
I told ya.
played it risky, and I knew that if I just shot her consistently,
Okay.
my aim is probably going to be better than hers.
5, I'll go hide, and we'll hunt each other. Whoever gets hit first loses. Okay.
Okay, so I beat her, so I don't have to worry about that.
1, 2,
Now here, it's best of 3.
4, 5.
So you get her twice, you win.
Ready?
You get hit once, you're going for a third round. Well, if you hit her, then you get hit once, you're going for a third round, which I believe is what happens with me. And you do have to watch out because she's kind of tricky. So if you get shot once, don't sweat. It's not the end of the world. But if you get shot twice, it's over. And it's not, you don't die or anything, but you lose a trophy. This is a trophy, so you have to win the water gun match. I started off losing.
Hide.
Go figure. But I do win it and get the trophy on this playthrough.
2, 3.
So it's not impossible. I mean, I dove right into it and got the trophy without any prior experience. It's not hard, just you just got to learn to be stealthy and creep around, and eventually you'll see her. You'll see her. As you can see, she's creeping around, so a little premature ejaculation.
What was that? 1, 1.
Premature water gun ejaculation there that got her attention, but I got her somehow with like a speck of water. So be careful because a speck of water can take you out.
No, you're not. Here I come.
At the same time, like I think this round, yeah, this one here, because we're tied, she almost gets me. Somehow she doesn't. I'm like standing right in the fire of, well, technically water, right in the range of the water, right in the line of water, and it doesn't hit me, and I really don't understand how, but I'm glad that it didn't because I didn't want the headache to go through it again. It is a fun mini game, but I just like to progress, and if I can knock it all out at once, that's even better for me. So she's not hanging out around here. And I'm not sure if there's a real trick to getting her. I mean, my only advice is to stay low. Don't run out into the open. Use the environment as your cover. It's simple. It's pretend she's the clicker and you're kind of stealthing around, you know, or at least a hunter, and you're kind of just stealthing around to nail her. That's what this is, with an excellent soundtrack accompanying it. God, I don't know what it is today, folks. Maybe I'm extremely tired. That and the fact it's 2:30 in the morning, which shouldn't be too effective. Even though I was up early and up late last night studying for my midterm that I didn't do or at least I didn't feel like I did too great on. So here she is around the corner. I shot and missed because it was too delayed or too anxious on my part. I should have continued following her. And as you see, she goes around the corner, and this is where I pretty much meet my demise almost. Right there, she hit me clear. And again, I was definitely hit there, but the game didn't seem to think so. So I have no idea how I evaded that attack. And you could see her peeking over. She's hiding behind there now, and I just have to figure a way to make the attack. So I do the rush here. She knows where I'm at instantly. The water's running down over me, clearly hitting me and everything else, but the game still chooses to favor me and my advantage. I don't know if that applies to everyone, or if because this chapter is kind of already glitchy with me, if that was an issue with that from the video game where I got no audio or dialogue, which is still very strange to me, but it happens, folks. I mean, I've played Arkham Origins or Cities, I believe, and you just fall right through the geometry into nothing. And this isn't something new. It's been happening for years, and it's gonna happen. And I can't critique the game over that. I understand. I mean, I couldn't do a better job myself, so.
Oh shoot, what did I just do? Did you see those?
Alright, now that I just took her out, you see the skills trophy is earned, and that is it for this chapter, so I'll let it play out. Thank you for watching. You can leave suggestions and comments in the space below. I appreciate it. Look forward to the next one. Take care now.